Well, the hustle and bustle of the holiday season has already started, and we're going to give you some tips about maybe reimagining some of the things, get rid of some of the stress and things that happen. Joining us today, she's with Mercy Health St. Rita's Lima West Family Medicine, Dr. Tricia Hoersten, and thanks for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we're going to reimagine the holidays a little bit, right? Because is it better for our mental health and even to enjoy the holidays, you think, to change things up a little and chill?
Absolutely, yep. So if you've ever been around kids at the holiday season, you know kind of firsthand that everything is so exciting and they get so just eager for all of the different activities and things like that in the holidays, but it can also be a little overwhelming. And that's the same is true for adults as well. And you know, we're busy with all the gatherings and planning parties and getting things together, and sometimes it's important just to take a step back and let your nervous system calm down a little bit.
Right. You still want to be festive and celebrate, right? But you can kind of just do it a little bit different, right?
Yeah, yep. And there's just some different kind of things you can work into those traditions that you've always had, just to help calm things down a little bit so that you can still fully enjoy it without feeling completely overwhelmed.
All right. So we kind of have a top 10 list that the hospital sent out. So let's go through a few of them. So silent nights. I think this is a really important one this time of year. Kind of go tech-free a little.
Right. Yep, exactly. And the thought behind that is one night a week, if you just put your devices up and engage with each other, that helps bring the togetherness back with your family too. So whether it's, you decide to put all the devices up and play a board game together as a family, or, read a little bit, something like that, just to kind of decompress from everything that we can get overwhelmed with.
Right, yeah. Holidays also sometimes special drinks come out and things like that, but you're like, stay hydrated, right? I mean, let's drink some water.
Yes, yep. It's important during this holiday season. I think we all have so many treats and so many good things we like to indulge in, but it's important to balance that out a little bit, and hydration is kind of one of the first ways that you can do that. And you can do it a lot of different ways. So some people are wanting to do something fun like doing a different kind of infused water for each day of the month to help kind of just keep things interesting, but you can get really good antioxidants that way and help boost your immune system as well. So it's important to stay balanced and keep your hydration up.
Let's stick with food just a little bit, because there are some better foods to eat, maybe kind of cut down on the sugar, do some things like that, right?
Right. Yep. And so again, sweets usually come to the front of the mind when you think holiday and everything like that. But a lot of people, when you're going to gatherings, you can kind of opt for healthy versions of that. So if you're thinking maybe add some fruits, add some berries, again, it helps boost those antioxidants to help boost your immune system during this holiday season, and just help you feel not quite as full when you're eating.
Right. Okay, so even though it's winter, and let's walk through the winter wonderland, right? Take strolls still.
Right. Yep. It's important to exercise always, but one of the best things to do this time of year, we're lucky with how many different places in the Tri-County area have Christmas lights and attractions. And so, that can be as simple as just taking a walk through a neighborhood and looking at Christmas lights. It brings back that togetherness with your family and your loved ones while still getting some steps in.
All right. Very good. All right. And green gifting for mental health. Talk about that one.
Yep. And so this is kind of a new take on, there's lots of different exchanges between co-workers and families and things like that this time of year. One of the ideas is that you could start doing a little bit of like gift something that you will utilize. So whether that's like an herb kit that you can actually grow and use in your everyday life, something that doesn't take up a lot of extra, space, and that is a little bit more eco-friendly.
And also, this time of year, it's hard to sleep, but sleep is really important, right?
It sure is. Yep, absolutely. So, that's one of the other things that sometimes, if you have these parties and they can go really late and get you off your schedule a little bit, both for adults and kids. That's a hard part this time of year. So sometimes planning those holiday gatherings a little bit with more conscientious of what your normal patterns and routines are. So start a little bit early in the afternoon so you're not out maybe so late at night, so that you can still prioritize getting the rest you need to stay healthy this season.
All right. Some fun things to reimagine the holidays and keep us safe and happy. So thanks for coming today.
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, don't go away. New Edition continues in a moment.